Single woman.
Is it men? Is it you? What do you think?
What she wants.
If I don't feel like I want to rip your shirt off, it ain't going down.
Why she's alone.
You like guys who need you.
But I'm trying to get over that.
How she can meet her match.
That's what men are looking for. They're looking for like a chance to be men. And if you give them that invitation, it's irresistible.
Today on Dr. Keith Ablow.
The real things that weigh on people, they're the things they won't look at. I'm a psychiatrist. I've done this work over 15 years. I'm fully committed to holding people's hands while we explore their past. Nobody has a perfect life. I don't have a perfect life. But there are things you can do to make your life better.
Thanks. Thank you. Today, in partnership with Cosmopolitan Magazine, we're talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of single life. You know what it's like. People are always trying to set you up on dates, then you notice that your friends are starting to couple up, and the next thing you know, they're getting married. Should you feel pressure to be in a relationship or relief that you have your freedom? We'll talk about that and more as women and men weigh in on today's single scene. It's Cosmo and Dr. Keith as we attempt to figure out the dating game. We recently threw a little party for some single New Yorkers and sent 4 women. We'll see how that went later, but first, let's meet our ladies.
Dating for me is an extremely difficult thing. The difference between men and women, men literally have 2 heads, where women have 1.
That's really been the biggest problem.
Yeah, what up? I'm Supersonic. I'm 39 years old, and I'm a hat designer to the stars.
My name is Shari. I'm 30 years old. I'm in real estate.
I'm Amy. I'm 33 years old. I'm an interior designer.
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm 30-something. I am a model/actress, and I'm now studying at NYU to become a life coach.
So it's like a kind of thing, we're stuck.
The reason I'm single is because I opt to be.
My friends call me Charlotte from Sex and the City because I'm still single.
There's a very big difference between men and women.
Where is he already? I'm looking for the one.
If there's no chemistry, there's no second date.
I have not met someone with the character and integrity I'm looking for, and someone I'm also physically attracted to.
I most look for somebody who's got a lot of self-confidence, who's looking for a commitment and knows that.
I'm dating a bunch of different guys, and it just doesn't seem like I can find the right one for me. Can you guys help me?
Thanks for being here. I want to let the audience know, and you guys were kind enough to fill out a survey for me. So from time to time during the show, I may make reference to one of your responses to the survey, and you were very open with it. So I want to thank you for that from the beginning, because it gave me a lot of insight into who you are and what you think about, well, being single or being in relationships or whatever. So I wanted to go one by one to start this and kind of get your story so that we all know you a little bit. And we're going to start with you, Shari.
My situation right now is I'm dating, but I'm single. The reason I'm single is because I haven't found someone with the character and integrity I want and someone who I'm physically attracted to. And if I did, I'd be happily married.
All right, and any insight into why you haven't met him yet?
I believe that I was in 3 serious relationships where I feel they wanted to marry me, and I didn't feel that they were the right people, nor did my parents, except for one of them, of which, unfortunately, I wanted to like him, but I just wasn't physically attracted to him.
Okay, so you liked him emotionally, but not...
He was everything I wanted. He was a checklist, but he just wasn't, I didn't have that chemistry and the sparks. I'm not expecting Prince Charming. I just found someone with character and integrity.
But those 3 men, they were non-starters.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, I decided not to.
Okay.
And I don't regret it.
You don't regret that?
I have no regrets, and I've dated one other guy that broke my heart.
Oh.
And now in the past year, I've been single, I've been dating, and I just have not found the combination that I'm looking for, and I'm learning to be okay alone.
Amy?
I have been dating forever. I'm like, where is he, Dr. Keith? I've been looking and looking. I've been going to charity events, the gym, set up. I mean, how much longer till I'm going to find this person?
And do you have any sense of what might be in your way? Is it men? Is it you? What do you think?
I might be trying too hard. I mean, that's one thing. I'm looking too hard.
Right.
Worrying too much. I get nervous on dates. I mean, there's a lot of different things, but I definitely need your help.
Donna?
Well, I, not that long ago, almost a year ago, got out of a 3.5-year relationship with a guy that I really thought I was going to marry. And it's been a little frustrating because I had been dating constantly throughout my 20s, and then throughout my 30s really took a break from dating to work out some inner stuff and get to know myself better, and was bound to determine that I wasn't going to get into a relationship unless it was a man that I thought that I could marry. And you know, spoke to him about that. He knew that exactly, and when it came right down to it, he couldn't make that decision. He couldn't make.
So there's nobody on the panel so far who's just like marriage averse.
No.
No.
I'm like, nobody except Donna.
Well, you know, if you ask me, I'll tell you, yeah, I want to get married and I want to have kids. But when it really comes right down to it, I think that subconsciously, I'm scared to death of it. And even as much as I was, you know, begging this guy and bugging this guy, I want to get married, I want to get married, there was a part of me that was going, oh my God, do I really want to do this? Am I going to do this?
Right.
And I think because of that, I subconsciously pick men who are emotionally unavailable, who aren't quite there, because subconsciously I don't want it, but I do want it.
That's really part of what we're going to explore here, is that you can say all kinds of things you want in the world, but the truth is that if you have reservations internally, you'll communicate them to other people. People are great barometers of the truth about what's inside you, and between the lines you can communicate it. You can communicate it by placing a phone call or not placing one. I mean, men are very good listeners. They're also like little boys in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. So they're really attuned to what is this woman going to provide to me. Mm-hmm. They're fearful a lot of the time that they'll either be abandoned or they won't be loved, and they're looking all the time for an excuse themselves not to commit. Mm-hmm. So what do you think, Ivy? Tell us your story.
Well, I mean, I grew up in a very strange situation. My father was an attorney, very powerful man. An attorney for 50 years, and he was very controlling. So basically, my life was really all about survival. So I always look for men who are very big men that I feel like can protect me, but for some reason, these men that I think can protect me really actually could hurt me. So I noticed that I constantly go out with the same person. He just has a different name and a different face. And what happens when I'm in a relationship is that because I'm such a strong person, and as an only child, I feel like when I'm with somebody, I actually, you know how like you want to lose yourself in somebody, you want to share and you want to grow together. I feel like I actually lose my strength. I actually lose.
Like you did at home with your powerful attorney father. And I'm telling you, use this as the key throughout this show. Think about who these women were growing up and whether they want to come close to that, because a lot of women want to go home. And then sometimes when you want to run away from home, you run so far away that it's not anywhere you can be comfortable at all. The middle ground turns out to be sometimes the best ground of all, but it's really hard to find. Well, we tried to help these four women meet a few good guys by throwing a little social mixer ourselves. And when we come back, we'll see them in action. It's Cosmo and Dr. Keith. Stay with us.
Coming up, what are single men looking for in the women they date?
The biggest problem that I find with girls is they try too hard. I feel that a lot of women have their guard up.
And later, the truth about sex on the first date.
It always happens with a girl that says she'd never do it on a first date.